And welcome to our sixth grade virtual open house. As a member of the sixth grade, your child is part of the sixth grade academy here at Lake Elementary. Sixth Grade Academy functions to help your child and support your child moving from primary school to the middle school setting. It works very much like Freshman Academy as they support their students coming from middle school to the high school setting. So your child will receive extra support from their teachers and from eighth grade mentors. They'll be assigned an eighth grade mentor in a couple of weeks, and we will run an alternating schedule every couple of weeks with them giving some designated time to get that support from the eighth grade mentors as well, who are trained by our counselor, Miss Chrissy. And with that being said, extra support. A lot of times we hear from parents that their child is in middle school and they are just letting them go because they're old enough. And yes, we have a lot more responsibility in middle school. However, we do still need to keep and continue to check on them and make sure that everything is going okay, and that if they need extra support in some areas, you can let us know. In this video, we are going to kind of do an introduction to our COVID procedures, show you around our agenda that the kids have in their Google Classrooms, and also talk about discipline and how that works in middle school. So the teachers that teach your child and will be speaking throughout this video are myself, Miss Gotro. I teach science. Miss Bubrig teaches math. Mr. Vicknair teaches social studies, and Miss Gonda teaches ELA. And we are happy to have your child this year.
Hey everyone, my name is Miss Bubrig, and I'm going to talk to you about the weekly agenda for sixth grade. So, in order to get there, you need to go to the 2021-2022 Lake sixth grade Google Classroom. Once you are in there, you can click on classwork and then the sixth grade weekly agenda. Click on that, and it will open like this. So, if you're wondering what's going on at school, what is your student learning about, what homework do they have, this is the place to come and figure out what they're missing if they're absent. Okay. So you can go to week 2. So today is the 24th. So I click week 2. It'll bring me exactly to slide 3 where we are. So here's today, Tuesday the 24th, and in my math class, we are doing Module 1, Lesson 6. What's coming up, I have their Khan Academy exercises due, and we have a test on Module 1, Lessons 5 through 8 on Friday. All of the assessments will be highlighted in yellow, and this is a great tool to use to see, especially if your child is going to be out, has a doctor's appointment, whatever, you need to know what they need to make up. Come look here, figure out what they've missed, and then try to best prepare them for the following class.
Hi everyone. So let's talk sixth grade infractions. So conduct is a little bit different this year than they've had in the past. We do not have a red folder where we give them a conduct mark and then you sign it. Sixth grade and up is strictly infractions. And then every third infraction is a major referral. So what happens when the kids get an infraction? Normally, we do not give an infraction unless they've been warned or it's something serious. So what we do as teachers, we fill out this little Google form. We put the student's last name, first name, and the student behavior. It could be any of these, or we have other just in case it's something that's not listed there. Most of the time, we'll put additional notes like this student has been warned for talking at least 3 times. Therefore, they deserve an infraction or something like that. We put our name and then teacher name, and then we put your email address as a parent, and it sends it directly to your email address so you know exactly when they're getting infractions and why. So it's important that your parent emails are updated in PowerSchool because that's where we are getting the emails from. Once we submit this infraction email, you will receive this in your email box, your inbox. So this is just an example one. So it would have your child's name at the top, what their behavior is, the notes from the teacher, not with the laughing emojis, I'm sure, but this was just a example one. And then who gave the infraction, your email. This is what's important for us as sixth grade teachers is we need to know that you received this infraction notice. So you are going to click the parent acknowledgement of infraction. It will take you straight to a website or Google form that will allow you to acknowledge that you received this infraction notice. So that at this point you would put your name, your student's name, the date of infraction, so it'll be on the infraction form. And then if you want to have any comments that you want to make to us, we will see that. And then we will get that you have signed and we're notified about the infraction. Okay. Again, as long as the students are doing what they need to do, we don't normally give a lot of infractions out because it's up to the students. We express that to them from the get-go. But if it is necessary that we need to send an infraction form, you will get it right away. And then every third infraction is a major. Okay, so it's like every 3 is a major. So hopefully we don't have to write any majors, but if we do, it's every 3. Now, if it's something like a major behavior, then that causes an automatic major referral. Infractions are basically like minor things where majors are major behaviors. Okay. So every third minor infraction is going to be a major infraction for the next one. Okay.
All right. Parents, I'm sure you guys are wondering about what our policies are for the COVID-19 situation. So there are a few things. If a child has an illness, they should email the teachers immediately as soon as possible so that we're aware of your illness. In terms of situations for COVID-19, the students should email us to let us know, and the parents should call the office to let them know. The reason why we need this is that even if parents call the office, sometimes the office may not always tell us things, so students should email their teachers to let us know that they're going to be out for some time due to COVID. Now, if a student has an illness and it's not COVID related, if they're absent, a student may join virtually if we are virtual already that day, but they will not be counted as part of the class. They will be counted absent for this time period. So, the next thing to really talk about is that our virtual expectations. So, for students who have to be virtual, these expectations are going to apply to all of them when learning from home. So we want them to log in daily and on time in this Google Meet. So they need to be on time for class. Their attendance is going to be required throughout the class as if they were physically present. So we're trying to facilitate a situation in which people are present just as if they were in the classroom. They need to dress school appropriately because they're going to have their webcam enabled. Teachers need to see their faces to know that they're there and actively participating in class, so they should be dressed appropriately. Their microphone should be muted when they are not speaking. We don't need background noise going throughout the classroom if the person is not talking. They should sit at a surface where they can write. So, for example, a desk or a table. So if they have to write notes or write a response, they should be able to have a place that they can write there easily. They also need to sit at a surface where, I already went over that. They need to find a quiet place with no distractions. So they should not have siblings, pets, or cell phones, those types of things with them as they are logged into class. Under no circumstances should they really be in a place that will distract them. It is a classroom setting still. They need to be prepared and focused. And also, The last real thing is that the student who is there should be prepared to participate as if they were in class. Just because they're virtual does not make them a spectator. They need to be prepared, if called upon, to answer questions, to engage in discussions, to participate in whatever we have planned for that day. So these are the virtual expectations for students. I've gone over the illness and the COVID-19 guidelines. So hopefully this answered a lot of questions that you guys may have had about this situation. It's a pandemic still. These things are going to happen. So it's useful that you know what your students should be doing